So this is called the empennage, okay? And this is the dorsal fin of the aircraft right here. It goes up to the vertical stabilizer, okay?
So my first impression, the very first time I got in the airplane with Mark, was that there was just so much stuff. The way I grew up learning to drive stick. I grew up with motorcycles, ATVs, four-wheelers, dirt bikes. And like, so I'm used to seeing different control panels and different things that you have to do simultaneously to control a machine. But with an airplane, there's so much, and it was absolutely overwhelming to me how anyone could ever possibly remember what every single little gauge does. And Mark was going through all these things with me, but of course the first time you don't remember anything because you're just trying to pretend that you know what you're doing, sort of.
Pilots live by checklists, okay? The appropriate use of checklists. So you have to start out from the very beginning is the appropriate use of it. It's not a checklist, this one, then you do that in the beginning. It's going to be a do list for you. It's something you will read it off and then you'll do the item.
Well, the first time I got in an airplane, I thought that the yoke could be used to adjust your seat distance like you can in a car, which is a big mistake.
So let's go ahead and scoot your seat up and see how this. And put your feet on the. Put your feet on the pedals.
Okay, I have little legs. I think that's good.
It'll go up further if you need it. There you go. How's that?
I feel like a teenager again.
I thought, since I've never been in a small plane before, that my first lesson was going to be just me going for a ride. And Lou's just kind of showing me a few things, kind of talking me through it, when in reality I got there and she's like, okay, no, you're gonna sit in the left seat. And so I was really intimidated. There's a lot that goes into flying, and so the fact that I was doing it with, of course, a lot of help and her showing me what to do, but the fact that I was actually in charge of the plane was, extremely surprising. I was really surprised to see how much actually went into the pre-flight. I mean, I guess it makes sense because you're flying something in the air, you're not actually just driving a car, but the fact that you're looking at every little thing, it's just a lot. The good thing is that there is an actual checklist. You don't have to remember everything, but there was a lot, and I felt like as we were walking around, she was just telling me so much and giving me so much information that I thought, there's no way I'm gonna remember all of this. As we were pushing the plane out of the hangar, I was super intimidated. There's just a lot of instruction, and Luz is really good about just explaining things and being thorough, but I think I was so overwhelmed the first time that I was almost half listening to her because I was just thinking, oh my gosh, the whole time.
Alright, so we're going to start having full power.
Traffic test to departing runway 23 is going to be a right turn out northwest.
3.
This is the one I'm looking at.
4, all the way in. There you go. We're going to keep it all the way in there. Okay. Just tighten it. Okay, so all right now I'm doing is just staying on that center line. Here's our airspeed is alive. We're at about 60, 65. Plane's ready to go.
I was very much expecting just to sit and watch and go, oh yeah, the ground looks really good from up here. Thank you, I would like to learn how to do this. Have a good day. But no, Mark let me do a lot. He was, from the very beginning, hand on the control wheel, hand on the throttle. And I'm so grateful for that because now it's like my gut reaction. You get in the airplane, these are where your hands go, these are the things that you do.
All right, now get her straightened up right down the middle between the 2 and the 3 there. See the runway lines, the runway markers? Okay, now it's just gently bring that power all the way in. And I'm going to be right there with you, okay?
Push it.
Yep, gently bring it on in. And the nose is going to want to go, hand on the control, the nose is going to want to go to the left. So you got to push in that right pedal, bring it all the way in. There you go, hold on to that power, okay? All right, it's about 50. Now start pulling back. Pull back.
Back on the...
Just very gently. How you're flying.
Oh my God.
Okay, hand on the throttle as long as we're in the pattern, okay?
Buddy. Okay. Oh my God.
Cool, huh?
Do I still use my feet?
Yep, always use your feet and your hands together. Here, and to keep the little ball in the center, but you're looking out now for, there's a helicopter in the grass here somewhere.
Oh my God.
ST Uniform Charlie, right turn your discretion.
Hey, Uniform Charlie, we'll turn at the course.
Right.
Wonderful, kid. Now you can continue straight on out for right now.
So what do you think of the first trip?
I want to go again. right now. I mean, it's the same feeling that I got when I jumped out of an airplane to go skydiving. Like, you hit the ground and it's just like this huge adrenaline rush. Like, you want to go again, you want to go again right now. I liked feeling the connection between like the control wheel and like and your feet and all the movements. Like, even the smallest foot change, you know, shifts the way that the plane's sitting, and like feeling that was probably my favorite part. And you laughing at me when they pushed too far, I didn't know what to do. Like, that was really cool.
Excited to get to teach it, you know.
That's gonna be so much fun.
We kind of get back to our roots when we teach people how to fly. And so, you know, we remember what it was like when I first took my first flight, eyes wide open and that smiles. There's nothing like it.
It's funny, I've had no experience with general aviation or being in a small plane before, and as intimidating as the first lesson was, I can say walking away from it, I've truly fallen in love with it. I've found since that first lesson, when I'm not flying, I want to be flying, and when I see someone flying the plane that I fly, I get jealous because I want to be flying it. And it's funny, in such a short amount of time, how much you learn and how quickly you pick up on things, and how something that was so foreign, you know, a few flight hours ago is now almost like second nature. So it's really cool just to see that transition, how much I've learned and grown since that first lesson.